There can be no complaints tonight from Al Michaels or anyone else for this one. Seattle Seahawks in their old school silver helmets and awesome blue jerseys taking on the Cowboys in Dallas. This happens every year now where the Thursday after Thanksgiving, two of the teams that played on Thanksgiving play the following Thursday night. That gets the Cowboys onto Amazon this year, and we know that it's going to be gigantic ratings. Whatever channel, you can put the Cowboys on local access, and someone's going to find it, and millions are going to watch it because the Cowboys, unlike any other team, pack them in, Chris. So let's get to it. 9-point favorite is the Dallas Cowboys at home against the Seahawks with an over-under of 47.5. 86% of the spread money is on the how about them Cowboys. Do the Cowboys find glory hole tonight?
I can understand why the money's on the Cowboys for sure. There's no question they're a better football team than the Seattle Seahawks, right? You know, the 9 points, I understand that too. We know when the Cowboys win, they don't just win, they usually obliterate you, right? There's some things there we talked about on PFT this morning. You know, the Seahawks, the offensive line's not good. It's not. That's got to be a concern against the Dallas Cowboys, who arguably got the best pass rush in football. It's right up there with anybody, right? You know, they got good cover corners. They make plays that way. The Seahawks can't run the ball, right? They're not good on third down. They're not good in the red zone. So those are issues. Now, where I will say, and you heard me say this earlier, where I do think they have a puncher's chance is that the Cowboys do play aggressive. They play man-to-man. They get in your face, and we know that they got three studs at receiver in Seattle that can make some things happen, let alone they have a desperation thing here. There's no doubt there's got to be more desperation on Seattle's side than Dallas' side, who also needs to be desperate. I know that. They're trying to win the number one seed. You flip it around, and the Seahawks defense, a little bit, hey, their offense doesn't help them out. Their offense is one of the worst at staying on the field in football. But it's the Seahawks defense that's not always sound. I think that's the biggest problem. There's better talent than what they play. Now, there's not enough difference makers up front on the front seven. That concerns me. But I do think, again, Dallas kind of simple on offense. It's not crazy. They've just pushed the ball down the field a little bit more, and I think that plays into Seattle's favor a little bit. I'm taking the Cowboys to win, but the 9 points is too much for me. I think this is a gotta have it, desperation, we might fall out of the playoffs type performance by Seattle. I think they keep it close and hang around, but Cowboys 24-21.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that it's got to have it. It doesn't matter that they might fall out of playoff consideration. They know what's coming next, a trip to San Francisco where they're going to get their ass kicked again, and then they have to play the Eagles. They know what is happening. They are sinking into quicksand. And, Chris, the last couple of times the Cowboys have been at home, I've seen the spreads, and they've been big spreads.
Yeah.
And I've said they're 10 points too light, 16.5 against the Giants. That's 10 points too light. What was it, 11 against the Commanders? That's 10 points too light, and they would have covered both games if the spreads had been 10 points higher. Now, I'm not ready to say this one's 10 points too light, but, you hit the nail on the head. When the Cowboys win at home, they don't win by a field goal. They win by at least 10. They kick your ass, and I can see them all over Geno Smith. I can see Geno Smith coughing the ball up multiple times.
I hear you.
At some point, they got to ask themselves, let's see what Drew Lock has for an extended stretch, because maybe he's our guy next year. I don't know. They've got all options available to them because they can exit Geno Smith's contract after this year. No Kenneth Walker. It feels like, the progress the Seahawks were making last year. They make the playoffs first year post Russell Wilson. And the Broncos stink with Russell Wilson. And it was euphoria in Seattle because they got both ends of it. Hey, we're good, and Russell stinks, and they were thrilled. And now this year, the Broncos have turned it around. The Seahawks are falling apart after they showed a lot of promise. I think it continues. I just think this Cowboys defense at home, we talked about this earlier today, on the turf, they're so much faster. They're so much better. They have balance, and they're desperately trying to catch the Eagles. See, that's the difference. Both teams have desperation, different types. Seahawks desperate to hold on to a playoff spot. Cowboys desperate to try to catch the Eagles. I frankly think between the two, the Cowboys have the more realistic shot. And I think desperation coupled with plausible, realistic shot of reaching your goal is more potent. Seahawks are desperate, but I think they know how the movie's going to end. Cowboys still have it kind of up in the air. To me, that just adds to another, and I want it to be an exciting close game. I want it to go down to the wire. I just think that the Cowboys are going to blow them off the field. So what do I have? I think I have 35-17. Let me just make sure. We've got to get it right. 35-17, Cowboys over the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, listen, some of the things you said, I don't disagree with. It is scary. It is, and it definitely could be a game where all of a sudden, hey, strip sack, fumbles, pick six, whatever. That's what's scary about Dallas. I'm going to play that Seattle's on their best behavior tonight. We'll see where it goes. Put your money where your mouth is and make it a best bet tonight, all right there, buddy?
Oh. I don't like making Thursday night games a best bet.
Why?
I like the best bets to linger into the weekend, but maybe, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay,
asshole.
good.
Maybe
good.
I will.
Good.
Asshole.
Good. Face. Good. Make it that way. Let's go.
Fine, dickhead. All right.
Yo, what up, homies? Thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe to Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Right now, we got Sunday pod, right? So you can have it Monday morning. We recap all the action. Wednesday, it's the What the Happened podcast. We're going to get deep in the weeds on the key matchups of the week. And then Thursday, I'm picking games with that jerk Florio. So you know where to find us, homies. Keep watching. Peace out. We'll see you.